As you may know, this year, 2026, is the 15th anniversary of Ninjago, so LEGO released 3 sets for the anniversary. This set, which is the blacksmith shop, the Ninja Anniversary display, and the Old Town set. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the 4 Weapons Blacksmith shop, which is set 71858, and it has 1,259 pieces. On the outside, you can see a lot of rock work and foliage. So, reference here is this minifigure that's crossed out on this sign. And this is supposed to reference in Season 1 when Lloyd met Pythor and they were rolling around in the grass. In the back of the blacksmith shop, you can see there's a vent and you can see the hinges. That's how it opens up, which I'll show you the inside later. And there's a bunch of wooden beams on the side of the building. On the side, there's pretty much just a tree. At the front, there's some room to pose minifigures, and here is the sign for the 4 Weapons Blacksmith shop. The sign referencing the 4 golden weapons and these 2 letters in Ninjago, W for water and an F for fire. Not really a big deal, but I think it would have been much better to switch the orientation of the letter to put the F where the W is and the W where the F is, so you can have it say fire and water, or you could mean it as 4 weapons, which is an easy fix. You just take the clips off and then reattach them on the other side, but I'm gonna leave it like this. At the blacksmith shop opened up, you can see that it's split into 2 rooms. And to have easier access into the blacksmith shop part, you can easily remove this part of the roof. Taking a look at the roof, you can see that there are 2 masks. One Samurai X helmet for Nia, referencing that she will become Samurai X, and the red ninja mask for Kai, signifying his future as the Red Ninja. So I'll pull out this, and you can see that it comes with a ninja mask and one of the training cards in Lego form that came in the spinners during this time, and the same thing for Nia here. Going the next layer down of the roof, you can see that there's this gold cone piece sticking out of the side of the roof, and that is to launch out the sign of the blacksmith shop, and then you get the map to the golden weapons. Next to that golden pin piece is a silver helmet, and that comes into play with another piece of armor later that both you put on Kai, and then he has the uniform that he wore when he was fighting the skeletons when they came to capture Nia. That other piece of armor is in the other room right here that we will take a look at later. Now moving down to the blacksmith shop, the first thing that might catch your eye is the nice stone pattern on the floor. And this looks very nice. And in the back, you can see the shield that was in the back of the blacksmith shop. And in Season 7, it was updated and it had raised stamp on the shield. But the designers wanted this set to be more pilots focused. And then in the back, you can see on a shelf, there's just a gold trophy figure and a teapot on a table. So you can see the fire right there with the ventilation system so the smoke could escape. There's a bin of weapons, which is a reference to Kai and Nia's weapons when they first came in the spinners. And then there's just a regular anvil and a barrel of water. And then this phone is not just here, it has appeared in the show. And I guess that's it for this part of the build. Moving on to the bedroom, you can see another weapon that was featured in the Kai spinner. And then under it is a sticker with a bunch of random symbols that says 2011 in the Ninjago language, which is Ninjagan. So here is the armor that goes on Kai. I'll put it on him when we take a look at the minifigures. And there's just a random bed there's a picture of Kai and Nia's parents, which did appear in the show in the museum, but I guess they put it in here because like why wouldn't where Ray and Maya lived have a picture of them? And then that picture, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it did appear in the show, so it's nice to have it here. It comes with a side build, which is this little stand for the 15th anniversary minifigure. So, and it's a very simple build, just a 4x4 plate with some cones. There's a snap brick to attach this cool tile for the 15th anniversary, and it's pretty much a very straightforward build that holds the Master of Earth, Benton, which is Cole's grandfather, which we will take a look at with other minifigures. And then one little Easter egg is that if you take off one of the slopes, you can see there's an orange plate referencing his element, which is Earth. Starting off the minifigures is Blacksmith Kai, and he is exclusive to this set, but another version of Blacksmith Kai did come in the Ninjago City markets, but it was basically just a bunch of already existing parts thrown together. This is much better because it's much more accurate. And let me show you his accessories so I can take them out so we can have a closer look at the minifigure. He comes with a hammer and a sword and a clip, like he is banging away at the sword, shaping it at the anvil. So removing those, you can see he has the brown robes that he had in the pilot, the brown apron that he had in the pilots, and it is connected at the back with some straps. He does come with the standard Kai face since the movie and the headband hairpiece, which personally I am not a fan of because I believe it's overused, along with every other headband hairpiece except for Cole's, which that one I wish came in more sets, but every other one, especially Kai's, is overused. So now I will show you what he looks like with the armor on. As you can see, the armor on Kai makes him look like a samurai. Hats off to anyone who got that reference. So, well, with the chest plate on, a lot of the printing is covered. You could really only just see the bottom of the apron. Well, this is how he appeared in the show. And there is one other way people might display this minifigure that I will show you. I display this minifigure with his original head and hair, which I have few words to say. This just looks awesome. If Lego did this in 2011, I mean, there would be not really much hype about it now, but I'm happy that this is an option that we can display this minifigure with because this just looks great. Up, we have Pilot's Nia, and the weapons she comes with are the other two weapons that came in her original spinner. They're just blades with a black hilt and gold handle. So taking that out, you see this is pretty much a direct representation of Nia's pilot outfit, except she has her movie face with her original hair. And if you can see, instead of the fiery phoenix logo, she has a phoenix that's more water-based, hinting at her future as the water ninja. And her hips are not as pronounced on this minifigure as on the original minifigure, but a lot of the line work is. And a pretty big difference between this and her original minifigure, that the original minifigure had a fold in the little piece that came down printed on the legs, but this one doesn't. But an improvement this minifigure has is it has back printing and the other one doesn't. You can see her collar with like the flower clip thing comes around the back, and so does like the wrap around her waist. I don't really have much to say about this minifigure. It is a very well done minifigure. Next up, we have Wu. He comes with a teacup and finally a staff in the right color. So he is pretty much mostly a direct representation of his original minifigure, except he has shoe printing and the belt is a little shorter. Now, removing his accessories, you can see he has his original symbol in the corner, covered by his beard, and on the back. And now, removing his beard, I'll show you the full torso. Face is the face that came in the Guardian Dragon last year, and his robes just are very simple, and they have like wrinkle lines for it being tucked into his pants, I guess. And it's just a very simple minifigure, but it gets the job done. We have Ray, the original elemental master of fire, as you can see by his accessory, which is a flame piece. So he is in his Serpentine Wars outfit that is very armored. The only thing that's missing is the black and gold flame printing on his arms. But otherwise, this minifigure is outstanding with the robes coming down on his legs, that nice belt, and the dragon face. And if you look close, you can see the dragon has like orange colored eyes to be like flaming eyes, I would assume. And right, it has a new face print, a double-sided face print. One side he's smiling, and the other side he is scowling. I think both these faces fit for Ray. The scowling face maybe a little bit more, but Ray is a nice minifigure. And speaking of his accessory, there's another reference to the show you can make with this flame piece. I will show you now. Put the flame piece on the inside of the window right here, and it will be like when Nia said to Kai and the pilots before the ninja went down to the underworld that she'll light a candle in the blacksmith shop awaiting his return. And honestly, that it might be a little niche reference, but it is very nice to be able to do that. And you could have the flame piece in Ray's hand and do this, because the flame pieces usually come as extra pieces in sets like this. Second to last minifigure is Maya, Nia and Kai's mom. Her outfit is very similar to Nia's Samurai X outfit that is in the Ninja Anniversary display. And it is basically just that outfit colored blue. And she has a Lego City face, which fits her design, but it would have been nice to have a face with cheekbones, as she is seen in the Serpentine Wars with that face. So you can, taking off the hair piece, you can see like the chest piece has a little bit of like a water-like design with some gold on it and some brown with the brown hands, and then the same design continues around the back. Last and definitely not least, we have Benton, the old elemental master of earth and the grandfather to Cole and father of Lily. So he has like a full silver body, silver legs, silver arms, silver torso, and a gold helmet. You can see he has the elemental power of earth represented in his hands. I'll remove that. It's just a very simple build. He has gray hands. His torso is very intricate with this like scale design, and he has the same symbol, I believe, that was on him in the show, and his back torso print, you could see it a lot better. And this minifigure, while being the legacy figure for this set, is a very nice minifigure, and he has a double-sided face print with a brown beard, a nice mustache, some bushy eyebrows like Cole. And on this side he is angry, on this side he's smiling. Overall, I think this is a nice minifigure, and I'm hoping that the rest of the legacy minifigures that were not revealed yet are this good, and I hope to get the other legacy minifigures and complete the set. Overall, if you are a Ninjago fan and have the budget to get this set, which is $100, I definitely think you should get this set. It's an outstanding set. It has a very interesting build. If you are a Lego builder that is not intrigued by boring builds, you will definitely like this set. There's a lot of like reversing the stud direction and things like that. And it is a little bit of a complicated build, but also if you're a child, you might be able to build this set. But this set, I feel, is more focused on older people, since it is focused on a show that started in 2011 the first scene of that show. But otherwise, please get this set if you have any interest in Ninjago. You'll be doing yourself a favor.